And we're back with the last match of the first side of the bracket of the Kutztown Overwatch Invitational. My name is Connor.
And I'm Kyle Rotson.
And we've got an exciting match. We've got DeSales versus Widener, the last two remaining teams who have not played yet. So we do not know what to expect. We haven't seen any of their play. We haven't seen any of their choices and their compositions. So I'm interested to see what happens here. Again, we'll be starting on Lijiang in just a moment when we get our players in. Because we haven't seen their play, they're a bit of a wild card, both teams. We previously, before the event began, we did just a little bit of research on each of the teams, and we know that both of these teams are very close in SR, so there should be a very interesting back and forth match. Hopefully, we'll have some solid Overwatch to see today.
Yeah, for comp-wise on the Legion, we're probably going to see we're starting now, I guess. We're getting ready to go. We see that we have both Ryan Demons and Symmetra as usual. Putting a Hanzo Junker on the other side. Very exciting as we keep putting it in. We're real quickly down, but easily taken down by the blue team over here. Can't really tell which side's which because we have, I'm guessing left side, red is Widener and left side is, or blue side is DeSales.
Spiked early in that fight, throwing down an immortality field that saved 4 characters. Chin Sanity, Zix, and Novik both dropping super low. Widener still pressing the attack here despite not having the point captured. They do finish the capture, and now it looks like they're going to push towards this front door, try to hold a close spot here. This is it's actually a good tactic to do against the Symmetra. It can be dangerous if you do not rotate quick enough against her teleporter.
And you see the D.Va fell off the map. I don't know if that was a reset purpose or just, they fell off. But we do see coming up, we have D.Va coming back in, and we see that we have 3 ults already for Widener over here. We see that Hanzo, that Junker, and the Battle. On the other side for DeSales, point of the Battle, trying to get something here, but Dragons come in, and then we're down and saves all the people who got in the Dragons. And one down with the Junker ult, pushing DeSales all the way back to the spawn once again.
DeSales in a bit of a bad spot here early. Widener with incredible amounts of ult charge after that first fight, like you mentioned. Probably one of the quickest ults we've seen today, apart from maybe in our first game. Holding this door here with Junkrat Hanzo is going to be very difficult for that team to get in. Just so much spam on those shields. Ace and Justin here mirrored by Blitzen and Zix. Six, excuse me, both Reinhardt D.Va. Six gonna have to utilize his defensive interest at the correct times if he wants to stand on the divide. Ace eating a May ultimate early in the fight there means that DeSales is down a little bit of their ultimates. Widener pushing in to capitalize on that, and Ace getting 2 with it.
He's trying to see DeSales trying to get that pin on the Ryan, but gets instantly stunned out of it. And Widener again easily taking over, pushing back to the spawn. Usually trying to push up, but falling back to spawn, but gets picked off at the last second.
Justin is walled off here, gets helped by his team. No sweat off his back. A lot of ultimates on both sides here about to show up. We're gonna have at least 3 on each side in this fight. Widener a little bit behind in that department. Could face a lot of damage from this fight down here.
DeSales needs to push, and he does, and DeSales gets 2 down, 3 down, pushing a point. I see Ace trying to hold on to get that bat, but it's going down easily by that Mate and that Symmetra. Looking like DeSales is going to be taking this point over here. Hopefully, he can maybe even take it over completely.
Rokar is the last surviving member of Widener here, trying to get out. It looks like he will. I am a little surprised that they did not chase as far as they should have. Ult on both sides now here. We're looking at a Hanzo Shatter, possibly. I'm expecting a ton of damage. They're going to peek this corner and throw that BAP window down and try to surprise him. Check out this Reinhardt here. He might throw a Fire Strike through here and catch somebody. Here it comes.
Waiting,
waiting. There it is.
Oh, Dragon gets 1. Riptire gets the MR, but nothing really happens. But it looks like Ace is taking over. Looks like Widener's taking over. Here comes a Cryo Freeze, but looking like it's not going to get anyone. Or May's trying to hold on to that point. He gets taken up by the Junkrat. D.Va's the last one surviving, but looks like Six is going to go down all together with the rest of the team. And it looks like Widener is going to be taking this first point.
Even though the self-destruct from Ace was not enough, the team was able to help him out and clear out those remaining players. A last-ditch effort here from DeSales. Fast characters picked. It's all on the line for this first map here. 99%. Just trying to get him off the point and stall long enough for his team to get there. And it looks like they are doing that. This could be an even team fight here. A slam in here from Blitzen could be destroying health bars for the enemy team. Widener does survive and manages to get 2 in the aftermath of it.
You see that D.Va did get a pick off that Baptiste and try to get back in and make as quick as he can, but is easily taken down by the Hanzo. Oh, almost losing point there, but Tracer just barely able to get back on. But Tracer's going down all the rest of the Lucio, trying to one up for dear life, but is taken down. Here comes Ball again. This is probably going to be a very long overtime for us. You know, making them as tired as they can. Oh, here comes the Hanzo, we come stall, and that is first point for Widener.
Sean with excellent trap placement on there at the very end to catch that wrecking ball so he couldn't let his team respawn and come back. I will say though, DeSales showing us that they're not here to mess around either. 40% on that first point doesn't, you know, they mean business here. This could go either way. I think a lot of teams will get discouraged by losing a first point like that. Typically, the teams that win that first fight on a Koth map have the ult charge and they'll roll the rest of the map. But winning a fight and getting through that choke point is a sign of a good match to come.
Yeah, DeSales is not backing down so quickly right here. You know, like you said, they did get that point for 40%. This could look like an even match, but it looks like DeSales is now going for the dive cup and the Pharah Mercy, but both sides are both going Pharah Mercy. So excited to see what's going to go on here.
Gonna get this early cheese boop kill on someone. Neither team succeeding in that.
Looks like that Pharah beats Pharah. Looks like they're trying to hit, but Reiner's looking like he's getting hits on that Pharah, but no Mercy's keeping her alive. Oh, and Sean goes down by the other Pharah. Well, there could be a Pharah diff here with DeSales, but anything could happen. Winston trying to beat down that Reinhardt, going in as much as he can to get as much chip damage, but goes down by the Reinhardt. Looking at that Pharah, Nova is getting another pick on that Baptiste, but it looks like Widener's trying to take point. No one else is on point just for that Tracer, and Mercy just get a res on that Winston. It looks like it's very close fight in the middle right here.
This is absolute madness. Players were everywhere. I will say Widener was together on the point. Almost 2 together. There was players from DeSales on all sides of them, and that's exactly what you want with the dive comp, especially with the Pharah. Pharah can get behind those shields, behind that Reinhardt shield. She can find a good angle on a support, and I think that's exactly why they started to lose that fight, is they were in that position for so long, and DeSales was able to capitalize on that and actually get a lot of damage in. 17% on the point here. Widener pushing up here. This is when Pharah gets a lot of value, and it looks like Novik hasn't gotten a lot of early push value here. Looking for a surprise ult here, and here it comes.
Here it comes. Oh, and
excellent. That immortality field saved at least 3 players there. The reaction time from Rokar's, and now he's using his ultimate. Amazing reaction time there.
Blitzen's getting 2, one with on his own, and moving up the Lucio, getting 3 here, saving the point, looking like it was going to be a Widener push, but no. Blitzen taking out 3 and looks like he's going to get 4 on that Cassidy. He does, and DeSales holds point here.
I am speechless.
That is huge. The Pharah may have not gotten much value, but that Winston ult was huge for them. Even though they were down only pretty much 4 people, they still were able to pull it off and corner on that point.
Widener may be pushing a little preemptively here, as there are only 5 players together. It looks like they are 6 now. I am absolutely speechless. Blitzen went blitzed them.
Blitzen literally just went full on Blitzen and just hook over point and saved DeSales from a loss of point right there. With the Shatter, gets the D.Va down, pushing her off the map, but no, he gets stunned out of it. Looking like Pharah trying to get a pick, gets the Reinhardt here. Looking like Pharah maybe get a nice cheeky ult here with that barrage. Gets, the Pharah though, trying to boop one up and gets on, but the D.Va does get the Hanzo and boops off the Baptiste, saving them another point there.
I have to point out the amount of discipline and the reaction time of Rokar's on Widener. This guy has placed every immortality field exactly when his team needed it, exactly when they were about to die, and it's saved a multitude of players already. I'd say he probably has saved 6 or 7 lives. Despite them losing, I think that there's a great chance that the support line for Widener might carry them to a victory.
You know, that Reinhardt on Widener, though, is getting a little happy with that shift key, making him now lose a few points there. As every time he has hit that shift key, he's been stunned right out of it and instantly taken down.
Yeah, I'm super happy with the dive play on the side of excuse me, on the side of DeSales that match. They decided to switch it up. They said, listen, we didn't do great on that first map. We gave them, I mean, we did do good, but we gave them 40%. We took 40% from them. They took 100%. Let's take some percent this time with a different comp.
And almost duplicate comps here, other than the D.Va and Zarya on each side, both going on point. Maybe something big happening. This could decide a factor of who gets point right here. First kill pretty much decides it. Looks like the Ryan's gonna go down, but no immortality. But the Widener's Ryan goes down as Symmetra takes him down. It looks like Widener is going to go down here, and DeSales is gonna take first point.
Justin just playing a little bit too aggressive there. I think he was trying to take out the back line of their team. He had an idea that he caught him out a little bit early, but at the beginning of a fight like that, when you have a BAP and a Lucio, you likely have Amp, you likely have Boop, you likely have BAP shift, and you likely have Immortality field left. And I think he jumped the gun. I think if he had waited a little bit for those cooldowns to go out, I think he would have caught more damage on them. But Widener pushing back up here, trying to find a way in. It looks like they've decided to switch to some range damage here. But here comes Spiked with a lot of damage on the Pharah, letting them know, you know, this is our house right now. You can't come in here.
See that they're going for a far mercy here to maybe try to take out, since they don't the only hit skin they have is that Baptiste. We're coming up with a barrier and shatter from on DeSales. Barrier comes down as we see big shatter from DeSales from Blitzen, taking down all of them. Look at a huge fire streak. The other team's going down. Symmetric turret. May's taking it down. Everyone's just falling on Widener, and Widener is going to go down again. Blitzen is going off both on Winston and the Reinhardt here.
The main tank talent that we have here today is impressive. It is absolutely impressive. Blitzen is putting on a master class right now of playing against the Pharah, of using his ultimate correctly. He's doing an insane job. I'm very happy for him. Widener with almost only one more chance here, with a long team fight here. DeSales can put this in one team fight territory here. Sean with an early pick here. Blitzen making a main tank difference known onto Justin here, charging him onto the end of the point. Blitzen getting another one. Ace taking down Novik. Novik has fallen. That's pretty big. That sustained damage is now gone from DeSales. Widener might be able to find an opportunity to push in here with some more damage, but DeSales answers big with a humongous grab.
Oh my gosh, that's the huge grab. You know, May taking out two there. They're falling back. That far May have only got one right there, but not enough for Widener. And it looks like DeSales might be taking this game after it looked like Widener was gonna take it. D.Va trying to hold on point here with it, but Ryan pinning him, taking the D.Va down instantly. Pretty much as fast as pretty much lightning coming down from the sky. But trying whiffing the shatter there, but nothing really coming out here. But it looks like DeSales is going to take this game.
Blitzen displaying his ult charge wealth with that shatter right at the end there into a Reinhardt shield. Red Vortex 24 doing a good job of cleaning up with his team in these mid fights too. DeSales with the reverse sweep on Li Zhang. That was a great comeback. I think they saw the changes they need to make. They saw the Winston pick on Garden, which did them a lot of work with chasing backline. Here is the insane juggles that Blitzen did here. There's a Lucio off the map. There's a Reinhardt. He said, "Give me more, give me more." Blitzen putting on a master class there with maintain.
Man, Blitzen really taking them to like taking everyone to the edge there and pretty much pushing his team, pretty much putting everyone on his back and carrying them over that, over to that victory. But everyone did have some good, their heals did well, and on Widener, their Baptiste is saving so many people. Yeah. But that Baptiste wasn't enough though to take it.
No,
take it
away.
Wasn't
enough. They did get that first map. They did look pretty strong, only giving them 40%. But like I said, cough maps can go either way. If any team gets any percent, that's an even game. So I'm excited to see what happens here on our hybrid map. We've got Kings Row, we've got Blizzard World. Well, they're hybrid maps that we have.
So we've seen two Kings Row and a Hollywood. Do you think we're going to see a third Kings Row coming out here, or do you think we're going to have a little change?
I hope that we get I want to see a map 3. So here's what I want to see. I want to see Widener take it back on Hollywood, and then I want to see a Junkertown pick. I want to see some long range with the Pharah or with the Widowmaker. We've seen a lot of very close range battles today. I think Westchester might be the only team that brought out the Widowmaker on Hollywood, and I'd love to see it from another team, and I want to see it. this set here is the set of the tanks and the supports. We've seen a lot of all-star DPS players. It's easy to have, your DPS players be real flashy. They show up on the kill feed. They got the crazy ultimates. But we've seen so much utility usage correctly done by Widener and DeSales.
Especially that Baptiste on Widener. Right on first point, literally throwing that immortality, saving 4 lives and even helping him take that point. I'm excited to see more of that Baptiste in later on.
Yeah. So we're about to get into this next match here. Again, DeSales and Widener being the last match in the outside of the bracket. We then go to semifinals. Right now, we've got Drexel A versus Westchester. That'll be the next game, if I'm correct.
Yep.
And then Drexel B, the team that just played Kutztown, they're going to be playing the winner of this match. So Drexel B, now's your time to take notes. What team's playing what comp, how to conversate about how to counter that.
Hoping with his map pool here, I'm hoping maybe some Eichenwald. That's what I've been waiting for, but I don't know if it's in his map pool. But like I said, we're probably going to see that King's Row, or maybe probably going to see a Rhine Zarya, or maybe some more dive from DeSales that they've done before.
Right. So we are almost ready here. Eichenwald would be great. We saw some Pharah from both teams there on Lijiang, and I think, unfortunate, King's Row again. Scrim's Row, as you'd like to call it. This is always like the standard map. It's a very well-made design map. Not a ton of high ground, so this is really focused on tanks. And like I said earlier, this is a tank and support game right here. Snow and Sean getting a lot of value with their ultimates on Lijiang. Chinsanity getting a good melee ult on there, and I'd love to see some Widow play from Novik. I'm not sure he's going to keep it. He's probably going to use it to scout here. What do you think? There's the change to Cassidy immediately. Unfortunate.
First one I thought they were going to be running dive here for Widener, but it looks like we're both having the Ryan Diva here. Seeing that we're seeing a Junkrat Reaper, some pretty high damage here for DeSales here, and it looks like that supports are also duplicating. But I'm really excited to see Junkrat in this game.
Widener giving them the high ground here. Snow has to be dealing constant annoying spam damage, or nothing's going to get done for him here, as they're taking high grounds, right? If you're on low ground as Junkrat, that's not where you want to be. I think DeSales might have realized that, and now they're rotating up. They're going to continue this rotate. This is a heck of a rotate here from DeSales. I obviously know what they're doing because I don't. They're trying to get that high ground. I imagine if maybe they had like a teleporter or some kind of strong DPS they wanted to stay up there, they would go up there. But it looks like they're looking just to drop down and play defense on these guys. Snow caught out behind a wall, but again the immortality field saving of Widener with I think maybe the best support play of the day so far. Keen and Rokar is both using their abilities to keep him alive. And it's amazing that nobody's died in this fight yet. Both supports and tanks just staying alive so well.
Yes, they are. And it looks like DeSales is still trying to push up there, but it's still being pushed back by Widener. We see coming up with a window coming in from Widener right now. Let's see if anything happens. Maybe a fire strike through there. Maybe a huge blizzard from this Chinsanity, but nothing comes out. And the Junkrat getting a 3K on them, holding the point, and they're gonna take over. Baby Diva coming out. Will they stagger? Probably. They're staggering. They're probably gonna hold it for like 20 seconds here. They're still holding her there.
You have to be careful now.
Be careful though. She could reave a mech.
Yeah.
Oh, they're almost getting
timing.
that mech maybe.
That was the best case scenario for Widener. This is exactly what they needed after losing that first map. It was an incredibly long team fight. I mean, look at the clock. There's 2 minutes left, and they finished one team fight. Widener they're in an amazing position here. Ult-wise, they're in an amazing position here on where they are on the point here. But an early wall there from DeSales is going to find Justin. Blitzen finishing him off, saying, "I'm still here, man. You didn't forget about me, did you?" Blitzen pushing up quick. Red Vortex speeding his team around. It's very important that he needs to enable his tanks and those other slow characters to get in really quick. I don't know if DeSales knows if Sean is back here, but they do not have a recontest, so I'm not sure it matters.
Looks like we're coming up with both tank ults on DeSales right now. Hoping maybe to see a huge shatter coming up, but both sides have tank ults actually, and even Snow has his Riptire. Hopefully maybe a nice 4K Riptire coming up. See what Reaper's trying to sneak from behind, maybe to get that nice death balls from so many ults. And there's Ace with a double kill with his bomb right there. Justin taking down the McCree. Looks like Widener's gonna be pushing back to spawn now. Pushing really to pretty much to their spawn door almost.
That was a really good investment for Ace. It's definitely a gamble throwing Diva Bomb every time. You almost always have no idea what's about to happen. If you're going to kill 6, if you're going to kill 0, and with one ultimate, Ace finishes the team fight. It's over immediately.
It actually looks like Justin also did use Shatter there as well, so it was hard to see if the Shatter did help with that bomb or was it just bomb blown. Here comes a bomb from 6 right here, but gets no one. And here goes, a double man Riptire. Window coming down, hoping with the push out Widener, or push out DeSales again. These ults right here are pretty much turning the team fights for Widener right now.
I'm looking at a completely different Widener from map 2 and 3 of Lijiang. This is a complete switch here. I think they're this map pick here, I think, is doing them a lot of work. They're used to this. I can tell that they play this map a lot with these exact characters. And they're playing really well together. They're synergizing their ults a lot. You know, Ace and Justin using Shatter Bomb there. Justin almost with his Shatter again, even though he just used it. Ace also almost with his Bomb again, and he just used it.
We're good. Still waiting for that Blossom, maybe from that Reaper putting up. Ooh, big Shatter from Widener again. Oh my God! And here's the triple or double kill Blossom, taking out. Well, he takes out the Baptiste, takes out the Baptiste, pushing D.Va to the spawn, but not being able to finish her off. But still, another huge stuff for Widener. Every time they coming out with just ults on and always getting at least 2 or 3 kills each time, completely stopping their push.
I could have sworn Widener picked a brick wall as a map because DeSales can't get past it. With all this spam and all this damage, I mean, DeSales committing ultimates here, and they committed ultimates last fight too, and nothing came of it. That was a dangerous roll by Novik, but it paid off. He did live. Trading 1 for 1 here, Widener and DeSales. Blitzen has to get up there if he wants his team to push quickly and not take spam. Looks like he's going to be doing that. Widener taking a kind of passive position here. Looks like they might be backing up. Just kidding. Snow's coming in. Immortality Field again, saving them. Spike this time being the one who was saving the team from that Riptire. This is bad news for Widener. A wall here, a couple of picks. Reinhardt doesn't get caught out here.
He gets a pick even without Immortality, taking out that Ryan as well. Ryan coming up with a Shatter on their team. Both sides actually have Shatter. And again, every time, DeSales did have that push, but Widener, again, just making that stop. It literally, their ultimate placements so far this game have been fantastic. Pretty much every ult so far I've seen has worked for them every time.
I think Justin was listening to me in that first game when I said that Blitzen was starting to MTD him, and he said and he started pushing and he started playing. It's incredible to see that. Looks like they almost blocked and stunned that Shatter. It just caught the edge of Sean there, their Reaper player, on Widener there. But it's not going to mean a lot. It looks like there's only one pick come from all these ultimates, and as I say that, Caster Curse again, everyone immediately dies. So DeSales finally getting some progress on this cart. Do you think that they're going to be able to contest this point here?
It looks probably because right now DeSales is already pushing up towards past that point, but Ace is trying to get on point, but it's pushed back. We're going into overtime. Here comes a high noon from Novik. Is he gonna get? But nothing gets no one. But they do get point to continue this game. Looks like Justin is coming up with it. Has the Shatter. Sean's still holding on to that Death Ball, so maybe they can hold this second or this third point here to maybe get a chance to win the second map.
DeSales is really taking advantage of these staggered players here, these people out of position. A nice flashbang from Novik on a Sean there, catching that last player, and that gives them a lot more room to do what they want to here. DeSales has an option of pushing up here, of sitting back with the cart. There's a lot of ultimates coming up on the board here soon for Widener here. So they seem to have lost their footing a little bit since that second point hold, but I hope with these ultimates they can start another one right now.
Yeah, we're coming up with four ults. Oh, here comes the Riptide from Snow. Will he get anyone? But the beat comes down from the Lucio, and the window comes down. Here comes Ace with the bomb, gets no one, shatters, misses. Looking like all these ults are really doing much here, but looks like DeSales is getting the picks here. Looks like here comes DeSales with their bomb. Looking like going a little too high, missing them. And it looks like DeSales might be winning this fight over here.
DeSales with a D.Va player who's very creative with how he throws them. I'm very impressed with that bomb throw. It didn't get any kills, but what it did was set his team up for more. DeSales has to get these kills right now. They have to start cleaning up as fast as they can, or this is going to go south for them. Widener's going to pull a fast character out, or they're going to have a Death Blossom get denied, and it might be over. Here, like I said, here comes that ultimate, right?
Here it is.
Novik coming in, trying to push them out. Looks like they may be able to hold them out here. It's so back and forth right now. It's hard to tell.
It was looking back and forth, but looks like DeSales is going to be taking it. It's just that ball is in the way. All they got to do is take the ball. They're just playing more and more fast character. Here comes Snow trying to hold on the point. Lucio's back on the point. Maybe trying to get another boop like he did the first time, but DeSales is able to take him off the point and take all 3 points this game in overtime.
Wow. Widener had an incredible hold on second point there.
They did.
It was a brick wall in that. DeSales tried to go left. They tried to come through the main choke. Nothing worked. Nothing worked until a bunch of ultimates came in and a player got caught out and walled. And if DeSales can keep trying to do that, and if that formula works, they're going to have to stick to it because they're on attack now.
Yeah, their May for Widener is doing very well with those walls, like you said. Blocking off that Ryan there, pretty much stopping him from doing anything. Blocking off any other ultimates. That freeze on the second point, or getting close to it. Really slowing it down, being able to have their other DPSs take them down quickly. Like I said, their May is doing fantastic, and maybe we could be seeing more May on their defense. Maybe even wall off that Ryan on that choke and taking him down easily.
Yeah, I think Widener got super lucky with that first super long team fight that they ended up winning on first point here, where DeSales went all the way up and they rotated, and then they lost. DeSales lost a super slow fight, and it burnt almost 2 minutes off the clock, or 2.5 minutes off the clock, and Widener got set up for a first point hold. It didn't work out, but they held second point, and it bought them enough time on that choke that went into overtime on that last point. So now we've got Widener on attack, right? In the blue. Curious to see how they go about this. It looks like they're playing a similar comp than they did on that last point on defense.
And Hanzo with the sonar a headshot. Oh my gosh. Again, all skill, no luck here with those Hanzo shots. All skill. Very skillful.
A lot of people do mention, as Widener's pushing up here and cleaning up, Hanzo's a very powerful character because, the longer that you leave that character in the game, the more chances that they have to just dink one of your teammates and take him out. And he only needed the first shot to do that. Snow switching from the Junkrat to the Hanzo looks like a projectile specialist here for Widener. Getting another pick onto this May. He won't let her play. Chinsanity hasn't been able to play on defense yet.
That May, like every time, I was so hyped for that May for this point, and that Hanzo said no, you cannot. But it looks like DeSales is actually going to be stopping them after they were on 97% on that point. I don't know what just happened. We were all focused on Widener, that DeSales just comes out of nowhere and just completely just stops them.
I think Blitzen and I think Spiked worked together there to have some very concentrated tank support pushing up where they played very conservative, they played very safe, and it ended up working out for him here. Reinhardt's in a pretty bad spot here if anyone else is behind that shield when he fires, and there aren't. The Cassidy not getting any value out of that. Novik looking like for the go again here. Justin with a big shatter, but nothing comes of it right away. We have a beat drop, we have an immortality usage here. No one's dying. Ultimates are throwing, abilities are going everywhere. Snow with the first kill on a Chinsanity. Again, this May is not allowed to play. Hasn't even approached their first ultimate yet. They're coming up on 80% to their first ult, and I think other players on Widener might be laughing him in ult charge here.
Pretty much, yeah. That May, we have yet to see anything come on that May because that Hanzo has just been on that May for so long. Ace getting that nice D.Va bomb to hopefully finish out this fight, getting that baby D.Va, and they do take point. And Ryan walled off by their own May, and he's down, and now he's been staggered out. They go all the way from far spawn, and it looks like the May is also going to be going down here. Hopefully trying to save herself from this ice with his ice block and save from the wall, but Reaper comes in from behind and takes her down.
This is not Chinsanity's map. Chinsanity has, or round even, had a great last round after they got going on first and second point. did a lot of work for their team, but now on defense, just getting shut down constantly. Snow and Sean both doing a great job on this push here. I think this is the best we've seen them here. Snow off of the Junkrat there. Rokars and Keen both on their BAP Lucio standard here. Spiked and Red Vortex mirroring them on the other side. We have an aggressive push here coming from DeSales with his BAP window, and there it is. And there's the one-shot fire strike on a Rokar. He does have a good reaction time, but not good enough for that. That's unfortunate. Justin did, after an arguably lost fight, spend his Earth Shatter there. That is a powerful ultimate. It's King's Row. He will get it back quicker than if it was a different map, but Blitzen just going to hold on to his for now.
Yes. But we do see that both teams are pairing it up with their ults. You got the Hanzo, you got the Reaper and Fap on one side, and Blitzen coming up with that probably maybe a big shatter, and the DPS on DeSales coming up. Here comes a Window Dragon, gets the one. Here comes the two down. And it looks like we're trying to push, but walled off, trying to break it as fast as they can to get more kills. Looks like Devo's able to get over. Stone Arrow, don't know where that was going, but right on the lamppost. And it looks like they're going to push him back to spawn, and Widener's going to take, and might be pushing point.
DeSales gets pushed back a little bit here, but I mean, Kyle, take a look at their ult economy here. If they can touch the point, they're going to have a big opportunity to use a lot of ults. And here comes 2 and 3 ults at once. It looks like they may just win the press Q battle here. Sometimes it's just based on what you've got and not how you use it, but today is a little different. DeSales does use it, and they did have it, and they did win that fight. They've got a bit of their footing back yet again here, but they're doing a decent job on defense. I mean, let's not discount that. Widener had a bit of a struggle getting to first point. It took them a little bit. I think Widener did get first point a little bit quicker than DeSales, but DeSales proving that they're not here to mess around, and their ultimate ability usage has been great so far.
Here comes the window from their Baptiste for DeSales, but gets no one. Here comes the bomb from Ace, and both the shield and the beat save them from it. Looking like it could. Oh, they're coming from the right side, trying to seek around. Here comes Dragons, gets 2. This could be a win for DeSales. Blitzen trying to pin, gets one, but does nothing, and he's down. Although McCree is getting that Hanzo, all they have left now is that Baptiste trying to heal as much as he can, but he's being easily taken down.
Widener's coming back.
Widener is coming back. Widener has now have four ults right now after that fight. So this third point could be pretty hectic for them against DeSales.
Widener's got a little bit of momentum here. Only with 2.5 minutes left about, they don't have a lot of time for messing around on this last point. They do have enough time for a couple team fights, but they have to be very smart with their ultimate usage come those last 2 team fights. They have to get the cart all the way to the end here, or this map won't go to them.
Here comes the high noon from DeSales here. Wilkin trying to use the Maywall, but it's not looking like anyone. We have yet to see some, other than maybe one time, we've yet to really see some big high noons here. Oh, trying to get the fire strike, but gets no one. Looking with the window from Bap. Oh, huge shatter from Justin, taking down pretty much their entire team. Oh, and the time to pin, getting the May. That May is really just getting bullied this game. Pretty much killed by Hanzo in the beginning, getting pinned right after getting that ice block. Man, I would not want to be May right now.
2 minutes left here. Widener's doing a good job. They've got some momentum here. They have to win this last fight. If they do, they'll have a big time advantage. Wow, a great boop there from Red Vortex, but it doesn't matter in the end here.
Sean with a Blossom getting that Lucio May going down. This could be a point for them. No one trying to touch. Oh, and it's it. 1.5 minutes still for Widener to take only a third of the first point. What do you think is going to happen here? Do you think Widener will be able to pull this off, or do you think DeSales is going to hold?
Here's exactly what's going to happen. Okay, Widener's going to have an unsuccessful first push on first point here, but they have 1.5 minutes. They're going to see a character that DeSales is playing, and they're going to switch, and immediately it'll click, and they're going to wipe the point. Just for you VOD watchers out there, go ahead, skip ahead, and we'll see how wrong I am in about 2 minutes. This is great. Widener coming back here. They had a bit of a rough start on first point. They got caught a couple times on second point, but once they got to third point, that cart was moving, and it almost didn't stop.
We're just rolling them pretty much. What I think is going to happen here is they're going to run that Hanzo again. He's going to get that first pick, and it's going to be it from there.
Yes.
I'm telling you that Hanzo's been getting some pretty good picks, and few ults that have been really good for their team.
Yeah. Snow
has been
the
doing
Hanzo players are
great.
doing amazing. So getting into our last round here on Eichenwald, let's go take a look in a minute what they're going to be playing here. There shouldn't be a ton of time left.
It shouldn't be, but we're actually on King's Row, not Eichenwald.
Did I say Eichenwald?
You did say Eichenwald, but we were on King's Row. I don't know how that would be funny if we were able to change maps that quickly, but no, we were on King's Row, looking like we're having the same that comes from both sides, except for Novik going Reaper now. So hopefully maybe we could change something different here. What DeSales just going right at him. No hesitation, just aggression. Looking like Sean's getting the immortality quickly down. And it looks like DeSales, even with the aggressive push, is actually being pushed back.
Yeah, DeSales tank line doing what they do best there. Six and Blitzen both pushing up incredibly aggressively. Sean with an off angle here might be able to distract someone for long enough here. Losing the Reaper 1v1 to Novik, who's almost still full health, and now he's in their back line. He's eating up the players on the back of Widener.
But is taken down by the Lucy, but it's too late for Widener here. But
Widener has swapped the character. Let's see after the first unsuccessful push if they're able to do it. DeSales getting 2 picks late here.
What the shatter on the May wall? Oh no! That could have made something for them, but no, it just whiffs it right on that May wall.
We may be seeing the start of our first draw today. If Widener can't get this together, they do have their one golden ultimate from Snow here. Snow needs to get a pick early here if they want to push in cleanly. Peeking a lot, might get picked out here by this May headshot. They've got 12 seconds left. Here comes the ultimate.
Oh, here comes it.
Chinsanity finally getting some value here on the first point of King's Row.
We're getting the Tracer headshot using the ult. This could be a draw here. This could be it. Taking on the Lucio. Chinsanity, I think Chinsanity heard us saying, oh, we haven't taken down. We haven't seen much from May. And he just showed us right there that his May plays are spectacular. I'm just blown away of watching. What's gonna happen now? We have a draw, and if Widener wins, do we go into a 4th map?
We will. We will be seeing at a minimum. We're going to map 3 right now.
Map 3. This is the first time we're going to a map 3 here. Now we got some. Now for map 3, we'll be having just go to a payload map. So we're gonna be seeing either Havana, we're gonna be seeing Dorado, or Watchpoint Gibraltar. What do you want to see from this?
I love Gibraltar. I think Gibraltar is my favorite map. It's where I got my start in Overwatch, and I'd love to see that map. It requires a lot of snipers, it requires a lot of long distance fighting, and then immediately close distance fighting. You've got the tank battles that are going up and down on top of the ships. I'd love to see some Winston Diva play from both sides on a map like that. I mean, Chinsanity, that last team fight, he turned his monitor on and opened his eyes and went nuts. He took out 3 members and then ulted immediately and froze 2. Like, what a nuts play.
It just came out of nowhere. He just came out. Like I said, he probably just heard us talking about him. He's like, nah, I got to turn this around, and turned everything around for him. But, talking about this point, this payload point, I would love to see some Rialto, because I love, boop plays. Any map that has boops on it, I love it. Seeing on that bridge of Rialto, you probably, can see that Lucio, that Farah, and everyone trying to push that payload, and Lucio comes in and boops all of them off the map, and, decides that team from right there.
Yeah, it's over immediately when it happens.
Pretty much.
If we do see a Rialto pick, we did see a Lucio Junkrat on the side of Widener for a while there, and that would do great for that. Like that kind of map would benefit. They would benefit heavily from a map like that, where they have a couple of points where they could boot people off. Second point Rialto, not as easy to boot people off unless you're rotating around, unless there's some tomfoolery with teleporters or something. I'd expect to only really see it between first and second point, and then right at the beginning before they even really get to touch the cart on first point. So we've got Gibraltar, we've got Rialto. Junkertown would be great. That's another map.
Junkertown's another one. Yeah.
I feel like it's an underpicked map. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I honestly would love to see a Junkertown map. We haven't seen any full payload action yet today, so this would be our first time.
It might be a little bit till we see it, because they're going over the rules of how draws are going to work. So it might be a bit more time. So still very excited to see both sides on the team. Both sides going at it. I thought Widener was actually going to be taking that King's Row map, but no, DeSales just came out and said, no, we need to win this, and fully just stopped them in their tracks.
Yeah, a full stop on that first point. didn't let them. They barely even touched first point.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, they really put their foot down there, and if they want, I mean, that's harder to do on payload maps. It's more granular. It's not you've gotten this point, you've gotten this point. Now you've got 2 points. It's you're 67.3 meters down the track. We have to get 67.31 to complete the map. But we'll be taking a break real quick, and we will be back soon. Stay tuned. And we're back into action here, getting ready for the third map. This is our first map 3 of the day, especially after a draw. I mean, if Widener takes this map, we're going to go to a map 4.
Map 4.
Yeah. So DeSales had a good Lijiang, despite losing one of the maps of Lijiang. Widener brought it on King's Row until the very last second when DeSales stopped him on that first point. And it looks like we've got Havana here.
Havana. Now, this is a huge map for, like we see here, Widowmakers, Hanzo, anyone that has a scope, because this first point is great for just getting picks here. Like, you know, you stand on that high ground right there, you throw a few Hanzo arrows, and you're pretty much getting picks instantly.
Right. And just the layout of the map here, right? We've got Jason, I believe, who's subbing in, and we've got Novik. On the Widowmaker here, this map is the longest map in the game. It's the longest map, and it's because if you think about how often the cart is just going straight, it's very often. And so Widowmaker heavily benefits from that. And so we're going to see one from both sides here.
Look like that. Widowmaker's dodging a few bullets, and gets him back for dodging those bullets and taking him down. First pick on the Widow. And we see a Sigma. Never seen that yet today. First Sigma taking down that Hanzo. Sigma taking down the Rhine. And then pretty much Widener just cleaning up here after that first push. Looking like Sanity is going to back to the May again. And it looks like Widener was able to hold him the first about minute.
Yeah, DeSales getting kind of pushed in with their spawn here. Usually you see teams holding close here, but usually you don't see them with a Widowmaker in the back. I love that idea from Widener here. They're saying, you know what, even if you push out, you might be out of position, and a Widowmaker's going to catch you out. Caught out of position a little bit here is Justin, but the Shatter, it doesn't matter.
Gosh.
He says, it doesn't matter where I'm standing. I've got Shatter. What do you think I'm doing? Spiked is so close to taking out Sean, but it just doesn't happen.
Sean, and he gets him in mid-air.
That was an
That
air
Mercy
shot.
was keeping that far alive as long as he could, and it worked out perfectly. Looking like Widener is going to be holding this spawn room for a good amount now until DeSales hopefully can pull out some good ults out here.
DeSales has to play a close game here, right? They can't peek this Widowmaker. They have to get rid of this Pharah, but they're playing on opposite sides, which is really smart. There goes Rokars again. This guy's getting just so much value on this map all day.
Whoa.
A nice headshot to clean up Blitz in there from Jason. Their sub player on the Widowmaker.
It looked like Ace was trying to go for a Sigma ult there, but it looks like he got stunned out of it and got no one out of it. But still, we're coming up with, a few minor, or not minor ults, but, here we go. Widow pulling out the visor, or the infrared here. We got Mercy maybe going to be pulling out Valk soon. Here we go, Blitzen with his Shatter, trying to baby push jump to get the Shatter on him. Coming on the left side, but it's being blocked by all these shields. And he breaks through and gets a huge Shatter and taking down Widener, and it's it. There it is. It's pretty much taken care of. That Shatter just literally turned the fight instantly.
Widener held DeSales there for a while on that first point. Absolutely zero cart progress until right now. Just finally getting it to this first corner. An excellent job by Widener and DeSales, an excellent adaptation there. They decided to take the 3v6. They said, you know what? They've got 3 players who aren't even playing with the team. Let's take a 3v6 here, and let's push in on them super hard, and that's exactly what they did, and it's exactly why they won this fight. Sean might be caught out here in a bad spot, but Diva Bomb does have a range on it, surprisingly. It might not feel like it. Jason and Blitzen getting kills for their teams. Blitzen getting another one. It's trading back and forth. Chinsanity, it looks like DeSales might be the ones who are cleaning up here. Sean with kind of a last-ditch effort here to get a bunch of damage in on Chinsanity, but there's the ice block, and he won't get chased here. Wow, DeSales getting their footing here after a bit of a rough start getting out of their spawn. Widener has lost a bit of their momentum too on defense here. Inside second point with the Pharah is Sean trying to get some value because they did switch off the Mercy now. Keen is on the Lucio. He's trying to get value out of this ultimate and die and respawn.
Taking out the bat. Coming in with maybe a huge power. It gets one down, but it's taken down with the Diva. But it looks like DeSales taking out Lucio, takes out the McCree. Widener taking out the May, and it looks like Widener just coming back and just pushing him back to spawn again. Do you think they're going to keep this momentum, or do you think they're going to lose it again, like on first point?
Well, I think with the swap from Sean here, I see a lot of better defense options here on the second point. While he maybe have only gotten one kill with that barrage before he switched, he did so much damage to everyone that was unhealable for that second while their supports were reacting. Widener with an early window here, trying to fortify here on the second point and keep them from pushing in on all sides. Ace has had incredible rocks so far, and as a result catches Blitzen out. Justin with a cleanup shatter and is going in.
The pin, but gets blocked up by the May.
Chinsanity saving his team there, or at least a person there from that charge. And DeSales is going to be here to help him out. The respawns are coming in.
And Justin's really just shift happy right here. You know, he's really trying to go for the pins, and some of them have been working, but just like the one May just quickly put that wall up and took him down. You know, didn't take him down, but stopped him instantly in his tracks. We do see Blitzen coming up with a shatter, maybe coming. I'm hoping try to go on the left side and maybe get a shatter. But here comes a bomb. Gets no one though. Looking for the fire strike coming in. No one getting no one. It's still an even fight. No one has gone down yet for so long. Here comes Sigma lifting up the Ryan and the Diva. Here comes Beat, but but the Beat does not save the Bab, and Bab goes down. May's down, still very even. May has ult ready to come out. Everyone, you know, Immortality's down. Everything's going down. Freeze is coming down, taking out. Chinsanity getting that huge freeze to stop their team. It looks like DeSales is going to be taking over right now.
Blitzen got a bit greedy there, blocking the team in here. DeSales might be falling here. A thrown Immortality field from Spike from super far might have saved his teammates there. Blitzen got a little bit greedy, trying to body block 3 players in there, and he almost lost that for his team. He got a little bit too overzealous with his positioning there, and he didn't have the healing he needed to stay in. He's back, his team's back, they're looking good. We do have a high ground here from Widener and a probably mid-fight high noon here from Sean. He's going to need the help from Rokars to stay alive with an Immortality field. Keen with the beat, holding onto it. Red Vortex using it last game to try to find any kind of help from that Sigma ultimate. And it helped, but it didn't keep him alive the whole time.
Looking like it's still an even team fight, you know, one down. Novik getting 2 picks off of here. We're trying to... Looks like Blitzen's about to get his shatter. Maybe he can do something here with that shatter, but the May wall is kind of blocking him up from all of it. May's about to build up her ult. We got Diva coming up soon. It's still huge. Here comes May going in the ice box, but May's getting caught into it. Both Blizzards going down. Window going down. Both teams being frozen.
Hands off their keyboards.
Both beats coming down. It's over. We're in overtime. I don't even know we're in overtime right now. Rokars is taking down their team. Here comes the Sigma ult taking them down. Widener might be able to hold here and maybe even stop it before they get second point. Here comes Bab trying to come back in, down instantly. Diva's down, and that might, here comes Tracer trying to hold on, but this could be it for DeSales.
Another touch here. They do have a Reinhardt coming in. He can hold shield and survive for quite a while here. DeSales struggling to get second point here. This is great news for Widener because this is what they need, right? They need this game. This is their map. DeSales won the first map, so Widener probably picked these last 2 maps because of the draw. Widener needs this map to win, and you know, it's been happening. They stopped them at second point.
They did stop them at second point. It's very, you know, this is probably the biggest game we've had so far today. You know, we're in third point, or third game. You know, they're pushing, you know, we thought DeSales was going to push it, but Widener just stops them after first point, and Widener could have a chance to come back and win this third game and go into a 4th game.
Yeah. It's just like you said with the swapping off of that Pharah onto that McCree. It was a great decision for them on that second point. It did stop them right in their tracks. DeSales had a lot of really great ult usage there, but I think that the composition that they were running, and I'm not listening to their comms, but the target calling needs to improve. There's players kind of everywhere fighting everyone, and if DeSales can reel that in, and they can let their shot caller do their thing and have their teammates listen, I think that this could work out for them here.
Looks like DeSales is going for a sneaky approach over here, maybe trying to go behind them, right by their spawn, but look, they're just sneaking around, just going right in front of their spawn. Bap on his own. Don't know what's going on. I can't really see much of the other team, but just barely see the highlights on the far right. Seeing the Reaper, here comes the Ryan. They're all just pushing right at their door. It could work, but once one player goes down, it's pretty much done for DeSales on this defense.
We do have Sean on the far side here for Widener, who might be able to catch a support out with a flashbang early here. You can see him pushing out a spawn there right now. His team's just trying to buy him time, and they're doing so. DeSales, so much healing has to go out here so quickly, with so much damage coming from that backline of Sean just shooting at their... what I said exactly happens. Novik gets caught out there. He was backing up and he was low on health, and Sean said, where's your main tank? He's not in front of you. And he shot him. He took that nice angle. Widener coming back here.
Taking over. Literally, I was looking at the teams, all their health, and it just went down so quickly. It just went from 100 to 0 in like 2 seconds, and now Widener's taken over a point. Yeah. It looked like DeSales had, the hold there. It looked like they were holding for so long, and then DeSales just, not even any ults came out, and just took over instantly.
A lot of teams will get stuck there. A lot of teams will get stuck at their spawn there. I mean, Blizzard designed a map where you can hold that spot pretty easily, and Widener, they beat the curse here. A bit of a really good rotate here from DeSales might spell trouble for Widener, but they're using their ultimates to space them out. Sean not getting anybody there. He was so close to getting so many, and Justin getting a 3-man Earth Shatter there. Does it mean victory? It might. Jason and Sean just cleaning up on this Mei.
These Mei plays have been so big today. Both on both sides, both on DeSales and Widener. Both their Meis have been popping off. They had their times where they were doing so, and then just they come out and they just say, nah, we're not gonna take this anymore, and come out and do whatever they can do.
We've got a Lucio Bap 1v1 here. Unfortunately, the McCree is there to disrupt the 1v1.
Oh!
A double remake kill from 6 might mean Widener can't get this point right now.
Oh my gosh!
I'm not sure that Chinsanity should have used Blizzard there. It looks like they had already won the fight and they were pushing out. That might be bad for next fight here, because Jason's coming up on his, and the only thing that can eat that ultimate is D.Va. I mean, 6 has got to work hard here to eat this ultimate on the side of Widener, this Mei ultimate. It's going to be big. DeSales they're going to get backed up into a corner, and the Mei ult's going to come in, and 6 has to eat it here. This might be the point.
Yeah, it could literally mean disaster for them if this Mei ult does not go down. But we do see that Reaper is building up, but he doesn't eat the ult. The Mei gurgles immortality, but he comes down, saving them maybe. Oh, but we thought this was going to change. The other beat comes down. Both hits are right. Reaper frozen on low health, trying to maybe get a death blossom here. Gets one, but gets stunned out of it and killed. It's still a pretty even team fight, but it looks like DeSales. Oh, Widener with a pin. Justin is just pin happy today and getting everyone. It's still holding, but D.Va's taken down, and it looks like Widener's going to take this point.
6 is the last-ditch effort here on the point. They do have a minute left. Oh
my God!
The Mei kill, incredible. They could still capture this this point here with enough players, and it looks like they do. DeSales on their back foot here after a long. They did win a team fight there, and they had a nice long team fight there against Widener. I'll say that they have a pretty good chance here of blocking them with 3 minutes left. Widener doesn't have a ton of momentum right now. They did get stopped at second point for a little bit.
Does look like Sex is using his ult on the back lines, but the Ryan is quick to turn around and take him down. But the Mei saved by the immortality from the back, and instantly out of mech. Ace pulling out the Sigma. Another pin from Justin. How many times are we going to see Justin pin someone? He gets instantly taken down by that Mei though, but it doesn't look like it means anything. All you have left is a Reaper on that point, and Reaper's trying to move as fast as he can. Reaper's going to go down here maybe. holding on, Reaper down. All they have is Lucio trying to hold on point, but Lucio's about to go down by the ace. Ace on that Sigma is popping off, and Justin with those pins getting those pretty big kills, and most of the time surviving.
Yeah, I have to again point out the Baptiste player on Widener. He definitely saved his May there from that remake kill and kept him in the fight. And that was really big for Widener. Great shatter block there from Justin. Blitzen finding a pretty bad fate there on the end of getting his shatter block. And Widener is pushing their way to a map win right now. A last-ditch effort.
I think what just saved them, though, is, if you didn't see the feed, Sigma ate their mail. Their ace ate the mail and pretty much just stopped whatever they could do, because if that mail would have gone off, they would have all been frozen and been done. But Sigma was able to eat it in time, and he pretty much just won them the fight for them right there.
Wow, we are
going to map
1-1.
Map 4.
If Rokars, if their bat player doesn't get a player saved card with immortality here on this map, I will be thoroughly surprised.
Rokars has just been taking this team and saving this team for like every map we got. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Oh my
healing done, saving done. Like it's insane.
This guy's nuts. Ace this last map definitely turned it on with the Sigma. He definitely turned his monitor on. That's important with Sigma. Map 4. We're going into map 4. We had DeSales win Lijiang. We had a draw on Eichenwald. We had Widener win. Sorry, I keep saying Eichenwald. We had a draw on Kings Row. We had Widener just win on Havana now, and now the ball is back in DeSales' court to pick a map. Now this is their last chance. This is the last chance to beat this. We're going into an assault map here.
Assault map, got it.
Right. It's not again. We're not on a payload map. There's no granularity to these. It's you get first point, you get second point. They have to win decisively here if they want to do it. And we may, because it's 2CP, we may see another draw here. It's very possible.
It's very exciting, but we're going to go on for a little break right now, just get things ready and set up for the next map. Welcome back to the Kutztown Overwatch Invitational. We are coming into map 4 of the match. After having DeSales win the first one, tie on Kings Row for the second one, and Widener pulling out a win on the third one. What do you think we're going to see in this 2CP map?
Well, because it's 2CP, I'm expecting more bunker unless there's an incredibly tough choke point to get through. Now, Hanamura has that choke point, and so we might see some kind of rush. Looks like we might have a sim teleport on the point here. With Chin Sanity being the May player that they are, they might see, well, let's just get on a point so that May can get the value that they want, so May can do what they want to do, and they need the Symmetra to be able to do that, or else it might be difficult for them. So Novik on the Bastion on attack here is
going back to Symmetra. Yeah, looking like we're gonna go for a instant TP on point, probably either that or in the top left. Literally pretty much most fights have been won on this map. Literally just, there it is, look, TP right on point. Could change everything, but that jungler could stop him, but it's destroyed instantly. No one can get through, and Symmetra is cut off from her team.
Widener
trying to get back, and Symmetra's down. Justin with the fire strike hit on the maid. The pin on, both pins taken down, but looks like Blunts is gonna go down, and Widener's gonna hold this first point easily.
Wow, Widener did not lose a single player here, and if they can stagger this D.Va here, it will mean disaster for the beginning of this match for DeSales. 6 just barely getting out with about 50 HP. I'm glad for him. That would have been a long stagger too. It's a long way off that cliff over there on Hanamura. Novik looking for a teleport onto the top of the pagoda on the left side. That's another great spot. See if it goes through this time, and it does. Widener unable to destroy that one as quickly as they did that first one, which is frankly incredible how quickly they destroyed that.
Oh my gosh.
Widener backing up on a point here, but the Sigma damage is so good. Ace is saying, you know what, I played it great on Havana, and I'm going to do it great right now. Sean with the damage in the side comes through with the Junkrat concussion mine on the side. I can tell that DeSales was not ready for that. I can almost guarantee you no one on DeSales was looking behind them. Sean with a great flank idea, and now look at the ult charge for Sean.
Oh man,
99% on that. DeSales not looking great here for their ult charge, but the game's not over, right? We're just starting here. They have a lot of opportunities here to push through, but they might need to switch up their comp if they're keeping the Symmetra and it's not working. They might need to swap off both the Symmetra and the Mei if they want much to get done here. A teleporter bait, it looked like at the beginning, but it actually turns out to be a real one.
And it looks like Riptide coming out, getting the Baptiste on. It looks like, again, Widener just easily able to defend this point so quickly. The match, like you said, Symmetra teleporters have not been doing good, and they might need to switch off of this. Even though Symmetra on their team does have ult, they need to get something better other than that Symmetra. That Symmetra is not doing good for them.
DeSales resetting again, but now with some important ultimates. An incredible pick here from Widener on the Mercy on first point on a Mercy. Very valuable. If you win a team fight but you lose a player, you can get that player back, and that's precisely what they did. Jason's back in the fight on the high ground on the top left, getting a lot of value being damage boosted. Novik picking up some a charge on his primary weapon and throwing down the wall to try to cut off Widener from them. And let's see if it works out here. Jason getting pushed off here.
It looks like Spike saved a few people from that fight. It looks like DeSales is taking over. Chisanity is taking over again with that Mei. A big shatter from Blitzen, but Ace pulling him up and not being able to get damage. But still, Chisanity getting that freeze off and could be winning the team fight for DeSales. But Ace and Sean still holding on to that point. With here comes Sean with a Riptide trying to look for someone, swinging around, gets no one. Six is getting down that Junkrat, freezing the Sig, and DeSales looks like it's going to take this point.
Widener has so much fight in them. They lost the first, they got picked 2 times at the beginning of this team fight here, and they're still fighting. The point is not taken yet, and it's still not taken. The contest here from Justin, last second trying to get on there, and he does buy his team a little bit extra time, and he'll have that 1 second respawn timer. DeSales, they have the Symmetra. They said, you know, we got the Symmetra. Why don't we take the side route? We can do it. But now they do not have the teleporter. If they wanted to teleport above point, which is a pretty popular option here with Symmetra on the last point here, window being used. Sean waiting for the right moment to pounce on someone here. Jason finding one before he's taken out by Chisanity, who then uses his Mei ultimate. Doesn't freeze anyone, but does push him back far enough for his team to push in.
And guys, I literally was talking about that Symmetra being bad. Now Symmetra looking pretty good, but it's the curse of the casters. Every time I say something good about the team, they're just down instant. And look at this, Widener just taking them down again.
Six with his classic remake kill.
Another remake kill.
Has been a remake kill goblin in this match. I'm surprised that they don't see him ulting and immediately start running away, even if the baby diva is coming at you. I'm scared of Six if I'm a 200 character on their team.
But even though with that big recall from the mech, it still wasn't enough, and Widener's just setting up to get ready for their next push. It looks like Blitzen and Novik are coming up with their ult. We could get another wall to help them out here on that point, and maybe a huge shot. Here comes the wall coming down right smack down in the middle, but they haven't pushed point. Ace with a huge Sigma ult, but gets stopped by Spike's Immortality. Again, Immortality just stopping them from anything they can do and healing the team instantly. But we have yet to see anything change so far between both teams.
Every player on Widener is an absolute all-star player, and they're showing us why they get invited to LAN here today. They're holding them off. Every single player on Widener here is doing their job, and they're doing it so well. DeSales has their moments, but not as many as Widener's having, even after losing that first point. Widener is still showing that I think that they are the more cohesive team here so far.
It looks like we're going to see them try to come back from spawn with again, still with the shatter in place and the window. Hoping maybe to get a nice cheeky fire right through that window and maybe get a pick or two to help him at least get to that point. You know, we had that wall, but the wall was completely shut down, you know, to help him because of Ace. Ace sig-ulted and flipped them all up and just completely stopped them.
DeSales kind of stagnating here after getting their Lucio picked, spending a while trying to think about what they want to do, and I think it might cost them their time. They only have 55 seconds left here on second point. If Widener can hold them here, it might be a quick push on first to give Widener this set.
And man, it's just insane. You know, when we first saw DeSales in the first map, we were so hyped. You know, they were pushing very well. Now Widener's coming in with the huge defensive plays here. They, you know, on the first one, I think, with DeSales getting those ults off, they were getting the first point. But, you know, even with these ults from DeSales, Widener has been holding for so long. You know, we're coming up to the last 30 seconds of the match, and here comes a beep and a signal and freeze on them. Trying to see, here comes Justin with Reiner taking him down again. All you got to do is Blitzen and Lucio on there trying to get the shatter on Widener, but it gets him, but nothing happens. Then that's probably it for DeSales.
DeSales with no time left. A great rock by Ace to keep 6 off the point, and despite him having his bomb, he's just unable to get there. Widener putting their foot down on this last point. Did lose an unfortunate team fight on first point, but came back on second point and really showed them who's boss. They're going to need a good push here, though. I mean, it's a 2 CP map. At the end of the day, you have to win that second point team fight with like more than 3 net players in the other team, because respawns are so close and they're only 10 seconds. You know, you're going to have the Hammond coming out, you're going to have a Wrecking Ball and a Doomfist, and you're going to have a Reinhardt. You're going to have so many stall characters coming out so quickly. Widener has to win first point, which is already hard with that choke point.
Yes,
then they have to get the second point and win a team fight with a big player differential if they want to get anything done. Yeah. So I'm going to expect them to play something a little bit quicker here.
A little bunker town here with Torbjorn pick here for Novik. It could mean something big. You know, we got double shield with Orisa and Sigma here. You know, we never really see much Orisa today. So hopefully maybe we get some nice pulls from the first match and maybe even some pretty big bongo plays.
Yeah, DeSales deciding to go pretty hard on the anti-dive idea here. We've got the Torbjorn to deal with flankers. We've got the Brig to protect the BAP and protect herself. Brig's going to be playing up close, though, here, and if Spike doesn't get too close to the Brig, the healing won't come through. Let's see how DeSales is able to do it. I mean, this is a great, if they are winning with this comp, they can't lose against dive. So Widener will have to make a decision if they're not doing well to switch to dive, and it might not even go that well for them.
Looks like Torb has been just putting on constant damage on that one point there, just standing up top. Here comes the Torb turn trying to get him down, but Jason on the May taking down one pick already on that break, already taking on the healer. Here comes the Cassidy taking on the Sigma, and then Justin comes in and taking him down. It's already a 3-pick game. They're trying to shoot from the high ground, but there he's a rock on the high ground, even though it looked like he was behind the wall there. It looks like Widener's already winning first point already in the first 2 minutes. No, not even a minute of the game. And they're already going to be pushing second point.
Again, this is one of those best case scenarios for Widener. They're set up for success again. We saw it on Kings Row. We're seeing it now on Hanamura. We need DeSales right now to play more as a team. They lost that team fight because they spread out so much on first point. Widener was able to focus down players who were on their own and push in with little to no resistance from DeSales. And now they've spread out again, but they need that damage pressure to keep them from coming in, and that's exactly what happens here with Spike. This choke point is madness with all of this going on. Sean's able to get one before they get out, but that respawn is going to be way quicker than their teammate who they lost, simply because of where the respawn room is.
Yeah, but that, like you said, that choke is very dangerous, very risky, but if they can be able to push through that small little corridor and get that high ground, that could mean a win for them. Looks like everyone on their team is back. Torbjorn coming up with the ultimate here, coming out. Here comes the Molten Core, getting no one, but Sean getting the High Noon, but with the Soldier getting on the Lucio, Baptiste getting the Soldier. It's a 2-on-1 right now for picks, and right now Widener's taking point. Orisa putting on Bongo, taking down Sigma, getting Sigma. Widener trying to throw on a Mayo, and it's taking up, but it doesn't help. Torb turn taking on 2 instantly. You know, like I said, you know, it's kind of like Hanzo. You know, Torb turns very skillful and no luck.
DeSales, even though they lost the first 2 players there, the great placement of that Molten Core by Novik stalled the Widener front line from being able to push in just for long enough for those players to come in from the respawn room from DeSales. And they won that fight because of that Torb ultimate and the way it zoned those players off. And it was a great usage of it, and he's already 50% to another one because of all that damage his turret did. And now it looks like they decided to rush point and force someone on.
And they take him off. It's over. We were so focused on talking about DeSales that Widener just took over. That's it. You know, Sigma just pretty much Sig-9 them, took him off, and won the game. It was that quick.
Ace with
That's the Vin here with the
one of his many 4 to 5 to 6 man ultimates. Honestly, that last gravitic flux he pulled off there might have been his best.
Best one.
He ran in there, he aimed it super quick,
Wow.
and there's your cards there. I mean, Widener brought it back. Widener really had it together at the end there. They started playing together as a unit and moving as a unit, and it was really cool to see that develop over this set. And we're going to be bringing on some players from Widener and DeSales in just a moment. So stick around, and we'll be right back.